Sure, you mind if I go to the bathroom?
It's right where you left it.
See you in 10 years.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at moments and episodes which we saw this family sitcom take a turn for the serious. Because some of these moments occur during important points of the show, a spoiler alert is in effect.
Now we have the 3 most wonderful daughters in the whole world.
Isn't Mom beautiful? See your uncle there?
Number 20, loved ones moving out.
Well, I guess now is as good a time as any, right? Okay, let's pack up.
The premise of this timeless sitcom revolves around Jesse and Joey moving in with Danny and his family after the death of his wife. As happy as everyone is when the two move in, we know it's really only temporary. No one takes it harder than Michelle when her uncle Jesse decides to move in with Becky. This resonates with anyone who has had a family member leave home.
Are you still going to sing the teddy bear song?
No, not every night, but your daddy and Joey, they'll sing the song for you, and they sing... I'll tape it for you.
I'm going to miss you.
It's an emotional time for the family, and even though they all know that Jesse won't be far, they also know it won't be the same. Luckily, he has a change of heart. Aunt Becky and Uncle Jesse's attic oasis allows them to stay in the Tanner household.
Are you sure about this?
I insist.
Okay. As a favor to you, we'll move back in.
Hey, everybody! Get up here! He went for it!
Number 19, letting go of your kids.
Now, I know we've been together every single day since you guys were born. And I know it's going to be very tough for you guys to leave me. But you got to be strong, okay? Now, you give your daddy a big kiss goodbye.
Train! Grizzle!
After Jesse and Becky move into Danny's home as a married couple, it isn't long before they expand their family. Twins Nikki and Alex bring a lot of fun, relatable moments to the series. One that hit home for parent viewers everywhere was the episode in which they start preschool.
Bye-bye, Mommy!
Becky gets emotional at the thought of her boys growing up and going to school. Jesse takes the twins and they cling to his leg, causing all kinds of commotion. Every member of the family reacts to this differently, from sadness to excitement to resistance, and all of these feelings are totally fair. Mums and dads everywhere, we see you, and so does the Full House family.
Bye-bye, boys.
Bye-bye!
Number 18, going back to school.
I'm a dropout. There. Let's just move on with our lives, okay?
One of the many things that we love about Jesse Katsopoulos is his character growth throughout the show. He starts as a young playboy musician. By the end of the show, he's a devoted father and husband who never stops working on himself. In season 6, he goes to night school to complete his high school education and finds himself back with the same English teacher who made him drop out in the first place.
Hey, I'm a new man, sir. No more screwing up. I'm here to kick butt.
I see your English is still as genteel and elegant as that of a Viking.
Not only does Jesse stick with it, his determination helps Michelle learn to tie her shoes. It's an important lesson to all of us about how it's never too late to finish what you started.
Don't you want to finish school?
Yes, I do.
Number 17, losing a stuffy.
Should we keep Candyland? No, there's no real candy in it. You're such a nutty bear.
Anyone who has ever had a beloved stuffed animal they couldn't live without as a child knows how precious that relationship is. So in this episode, when we see Stephanie lose her prized possession, Mr. Bear, it gets us right in the feels.
How could you do this to me?
When Stephanie thinks her bear has been donated, she's beyond upset, especially because the bear was a gift from her late mother.
After Mom died, I could remember everything about her. How she looked, her voice, the way her perfume smelled. She used to sing to us at bedtime. Now it's getting harder and harder to remember.
Daddy, am I gonna forget all about Mama?
While the family does what they can to cheer her up, like buying her replacement bears, she's unable to cope with her best friend being gone. It all works out in the end, and Mr. Bear even makes an appearance in the reboot, showing just how invaluable this Stuffy is to her.
Mr. Bear? It's you, it's really you!
You're right! Michelle, did you hide Mr. Bear?
Yes.
Number 16, getting stood up.
I'll go to the dance with you.
Really? Wow, great. Bye.
It might help if you told me your name.
Through the later seasons of the show, we get to see DJ navigating dating. In the final season, we see her younger sister Stephanie ease into the dating world. Stephanie gets stood up by a boy that she had a date with for the school dance.
Been stood up.
And retaliates by standing him up when they plan another date at the mall. She learns that while it's tempting to hurt someone the way they hurt you, it's better to forgive and start fresh. Starting to date is never easy, and it's challenging to have your feelings hurt in the process. But it's necessary to go through as you grow into adulthood. Full House portrays this perfectly.
Do you think we could start over?
I'd like that. I'm Ryan. Want to go get some pizza?
Yeah, okay, but it's on me.
Got it.
Dad?
Number 15, dog running away.
Whoa! Homie, come back! Danny says come back! Michelle says come back!
Comet was a great furry companion to the Tanner girls as they grew up. In this episode, he's got big main character energy. After running away from Michelle on their walk, he explores San Francisco, chasing hot dog cars and meeting a hot girl dog. While he's off having the time of his life, Michelle, Stephanie, and Jessie have come to terms with what has happened.
Look, I don't care if he was chasing a fruit cup.
Why would he chase a fruit cup? He likes hot dogs.
Whatever. Let's go find him.
Michelle walking alone with the dog is Jessie's fault. Stephanie takes matters into her own hands as she helps her little sister search for their pet. It's an emotional rollercoaster for all involved, and we're thrilled that Comet came home after his day off.
I can see him too!
Me too, Comet, you came back! Good boy, good boy. Hey, everybody, Comet's back!
Number 14, starting junior high.
Yesterday was the worst day of my life.
As scary as it is for parents when their little one starts school, it can be just as challenging for the kids themselves. With DJ being the oldest of the three girls, she always hits the milestones first. While that's exciting when it comes to things like dating and driving, some can be daunting. When she starts junior high, she feels out of her element when she doesn't have any classes with Kimmy, and she finds herself in a matching outfit with a teacher.
That's a very snappy outfit.
Because of this, DJ does a total 180, trying to look as mature as possible to appear cooler. It's something that teenage girls can relate to as they grow up.
We've got to realize that this teenage stuff is all new for both of us. But honey, we can work it out if we keep one thing in mind. We have no choice.
Number 13, dating after losing your significant other.
I have a date tonight. I have a date tonight. I have a date tonight!
While Jessie, DJ, and Stephanie go through their own struggles in the dating world, Danny is the most complicated. As anyone would feel after losing their spouse, he battles with loneliness, wondering if and when it's time to move on. This decision is especially difficult when kids are involved, and Danny is torn when he wants to ask out the leader of Stephanie's honeybee group.
Steph, you don't get it. They're going on a date. Dad doesn't want us there. They want to be alone.
Oh, DJ, wait. It's not that we want to be alone. We want to get to know each other.
It leads to one of many heart-to-hearts between Danny and his girls, as he explains that him dating doesn't mean he's replacing their mum. It's a poignant moment as the girls learn this lesson. It's clear that Danny needs this talk and reassurance just as much as his daughters.
We agreed that if either one of us ever became single again, we should try to meet someone else to share our life with.
So Mom would be happy if you went on a date?
I think she would be.
Number 12, breakups.
Go. It's a good opportunity for you.
Thanks, Deej. You're the best.
Speaking of dating, the flip side of finding love is losing love. Full House doesn't shy away from tackling this topic. Steve is a welcome addition to the Tanner household as he dates DJ for a few seasons in the later years of the show. We love seeing them go to prom together and say I love you to one another. It breaks our hearts to see them eventually part ways. They both realise they are growing apart as they're starting to enjoy separate activities more than the ones they share.
So what are you saying? We should break up? That's a scary thought.
I know. It scares me too.
They conclude that they are better off as friends. For now, that is.
Did we just break up?
Number 11, Alzheimer's disease.
I'm DJ Tanner from the Adopted Grandparent Program. I'm here to visit you.
Well, let's see. Yeah, well, I got a little time before Love Connection starts.
Dealing with serious illnesses is difficult at any age, but it's definitely a foreign concept for a child. When DJ volunteers at a nursing home, she befriends a sweet old man named Eddie, and he accompanies her to a dog show. DJ doesn't know that he isn't allowed to leave on his own, but does so anyway, learning that this is prohibited because he is showing early signs of Alzheimer's.
Hey, I'm getting out of here, you old goat. I'm going to a dog show.
Oh, that little girl isn't allowed to take you out of here. What if you have one of your spells out there?
I'm not going to have any of my spells.
DJ not only has to come to grips with her mistake, but also with the fact that this man is going to get worse. She knows that will be hard to witness.
He just said today was one of the best days he's had in a long time. It's all thanks to you, Deej. You can do a lot for him just by brightening up his day and giving him someone to look forward to.
I'll be right back, Dad.
Number 10, losing a loved one. Full House begins a few months after the tragic passing of matriarch Pamela Tanner. It goes without saying that grief and loss are a big part of the series, as her family copes with their new reality.
All I know is everything today has to be absolutely perfect. Why? Because it's the girls' first Thanksgiving without their mother.
When the Tanners have their first Thanksgiving without Pam, they're forced to come to terms with their pain. After Stephanie accidentally drops the pumpkin pie, they have some serious talks.
I let Mom down.
Why? Because of the turkey? DJ, Mom knew Thanksgiving wasn't about turkeys. It's about family and about being thankful for what we have. I'm thankful I've got you.
But it's not just about the kids losing their mum or Danny losing his wife. In a powerful moment, Jesse opens up to his brother-in-law about losing his sister. Their interaction is heartbreaking, uplifting, and truly unforgettable.
I'm missing her, man. It's hard for me to talk about it. Talking about it, that's what helps me. Talking about the memories, that's what keeps her in your heart.
Number 9, trauma. This episode focuses on an earthquake's unexpected aftermath. Notably, Stephanie becomes extra clingy and attached to her dad, but refuses to say why.
We'll be here with you. Yeah, we'll play any game you want.
No, I want my daddy! You can't go. Don't leave me. Don't leave me.
It's okay. I won't go. I'll stay here with you. Okay, everything's all right.
The situation grows worrisome, so they take her to therapy. There, she draws an image that expresses her concerns. It's only then that she's able to fully explain what happened. We learn that not knowing Danny's whereabouts during the quake deeply worried her.
You should have been with me. I was so scared I'd never see you again.
Steph, I'm right here.
Needless to say, this episode is extremely important as it promotes discussions around mental health and normalizes taking children to see a professional when they need help.
Well, your dad can call you whenever he knows he's going to be late.
That's good. Then you'll always know where I am.
Yeah, I like that.
Number 8, growing up without a mum. Despite being a rather comedic sitcom, Full House never loses sight of the fact that the Tanners are living without Pam. In this episode, Stephanie struggles with the monumental loss when she attends the mother-daughter slumber party with Joey.
Well, you're just in time for some Barbie.
Great. Throw an extra shrimp on for me.
Joey, that's Barbie doll.
Things are visibly awkward as nobody else is in a situation like hers. So she ends up storming off and is understandably devastated.
Why don't we skip beauty parlor and play something else?
No! Why can't we do the makeovers? Because of me, that's why.
But later on, she and DJ have an important talk about what it's like growing up without a mum, and her big sister touchingly reminds her that they can always rely on each other.
We're the only ones with a dad and Uncle Jesse and a Joey. And we have something else too. We do? We have each other.
Number 7, trust issues. After learning that one of DJ's friends is married and pregnant, Danny starts to get serious about curfews. He wants to make sure his daughter doesn't get into any trouble, especially after she asks to spend time at her boyfriend Steve's new apartment.
He has his own apartment?
Dad, he's in college. He wanted his independence.
Well, I'm not so sure that you should be allowed in a boy's apartment without some kind of supervision. Like an armed guard.
He lets her go, but freaks out and heads over there when she doesn't come home on time. Predictably, chaos ensues, and Danny starts to get a little overprotective.
We were watching a movie and we fell asleep. It will never happen again.
You're right. It will never happen again. Because you're not allowed over here anymore. This place is off limits from now on.
Dad, that's totally unfair.
Luckily, this culminates in an important and vulnerable talk between the father-daughter duo, and their trust in one another is beautifully restored.
I guess if your mom were around, things would be a lot easier.
Dad, you're doing fine. You don't have to worry.
Number 6, reckless driving. When Stephanie and Gia get into a car with 2 boys named Jason and Barry, the ride is anything but safe, as the guys engage in all sorts of antics.
How come everybody always drives on the right side of the road? Yeah! Let's give the left a shot. Yeah!
Yet, Steph doesn't seem to realise how dangerous the situation truly is. Instead, she characterises the experience as cool.
They happen to be great guys. And they are so funny. First, Jason drove on the wrong side of the road, and then he pretended like the steering wheel was locked. We came this close to a truck.
Naturally, DJ grows concerned and does everything in her power to prevent her little sister from going out with them again. This obviously doesn't go over too well, but when Danny informs Stephanie that a car accident landed Gia in the hospital, she realises that Deej was right all along.
Glad you were there for me tonight, Deej. And listen, I'm sorry about what I said. You're still pretty cool.
Number 5, getting picked on. This season 3 episode sees Stephanie forced by Jesse to make amends with Walter, a kid she's teased for being a nerd. As a result, though, he starts to think of her as his girlfriend.
Walter plus Stephanie equals true love. Forever. Forever?
When her friends find out, they start to make fun of them both.
Girlfriend. Oh yeah? Then prove it.
But Jesse's earlier advice about doing the right thing, even when it's hard, finally pays off. Stephanie ends up listening and stands up for her classmate.
What's so funny? Miss Milk through her nose on Parents' Day twice. Hey! It doesn't feel so great to be teased, does it? No.
She and her friends learn a pretty important lesson about how awful it is to be made fun of in the process. Number 4, smoking. Full House tackles the topic of peer pressure on more than one occasion. Since we watched Stephanie grow up throughout the series, she's at the centre of many of these storylines. In season 7, she comes face to face with cigarettes for the first time. She's encouraged to smoke but makes up an excuse and refuses because she knows it's a bad idea.
I better not.
How come?
I'm trying to quit. You should have seen my last chest x-ray.
However, she's torn as she wants to be accepted. So she ends up anonymously calling Jesse and Joey's radio show for advice, which also leads to a great talk with her dad.
I didn't want to tell you about this whole cigarette thing because I was afraid you'd be mad at me.
Mad at you? Steph, I am proud of you. I know how hard it is to go against the crowd.
When Stephanie is pressured to smoke a second time, she stands her ground. Amazingly, it enables her new friend Mickey's decision to cut back.
Mickey, you coming or what?
No, you guys go. I'm gonna hang out here.
With this scrub? If she wants to hang out with a scrub, she can. Not that there is one in here, but if there were...
They got the point.
Number 3, drinking. Full House addresses this important topic on 2 notable occasions. In season 3, DJ runs into some kids who are drinking. She grabs a beer from one of them while trying to put an end to their shenanigans. But when Jesse catches her, he incorrectly assumes that she was sipping on the beverage.
Oh yeah, then what's this?
It's beer, but
Oh, well, you gonna tell me you weren't drinking it? I can smell it all over you.
those guys were the ones drinking. I was trying to stop them.
All right, save it. I saw the whole thing. Come on, you're going home.
She then has to convince him that it was just the opposite. Then in season 8, we learn that Kimmy got inebriated at a party and insisted on getting behind the wheel.
Kimmy, you're in no condition to drive home.
But if I walk, I might fall and hurt myself.
Let's go.
Oh, I told you so.
The fact that DJ stopped her causes some serious tension the next day. But when the eldest Hannah kid reveals that her mum's fatal accident involved a drunk driver, Kimmy realizes the error of her ways.
My mom died because of a drunk driver. I wasn't gonna lose my best friend the same way. Deej, I'm sorry.
Number 2, body image issues. This is by far one of the most shocking Full House episodes ever. It all starts when Kimmy wants to have a pool party for her birthday.
You're having a pool party in November? What a dumb idea. No, they have an indoor pool. Tomorrow we can go shopping for new bathing suits. This party's gonna be so rad.
But the prospect of wearing a bathing suit makes a DJ uncomfortable because she doesn't look like the women she sees in magazines. So she adopts some seriously unhealthy and dangerous behaviours, like not eating properly and overworking herself at the gym. In fact, she nearly passes out.
Dad, DJ!
DJ, are you okay?
Yeah, I just got a little dizzy.
Naturally, the truth comes out, and with a little help from her dad, DJ comes to understand that who she is matters far more than what she looks like.
Deej, you got such a good heart. You care about people, and that's why people care about you. And everybody who knows the real DJ thinks she's pretty terrific.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, child maltreatment. In this episode, Stephanie and Charles get paired up together for a project. The only issue is they don't like each other much.
Everybody, this is Charles.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Steph, I see where you get your looks.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, I didn't say good looks. Could we just do the assignment, okay?
I can hardly wait.
But we soon learn that he acts out for a reason. As they work on their assignment, Michelle tells Steph that their dad is upset with her. Charles misunderstands and reveals that his father mistreats him at home in the process.
Try thinking of a funny movie like Home Alone or Roger Rabbit. That's what I always do when I'm getting it.
Getting what?
Oh, you know, when your dad's pounding you.
Stephanie initially agrees to keep what she's learned to herself, but worries when he doesn't show up to school. By the end, she tells her Uncle Jesse the truth, which prompts him to step in and contact the proper authorities. Needless to say, the whole situation is absolutely heartbreaking to witness.
What's gonna happen to Charles?
Well, Charles and his father need help, and now they're gonna get it. Sweetheart, please believe me, you did the right thing.
Then why do I feel so lousy?
Because it's a lousy situation, kid.
Which moment was the most memorable for you? Let us know in the comments.
It's up to you. Either you move back inside, or all 5 of us are moving into the garage. But nothing is gonna break up this team.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.